Welcome to Bowl Week. Glad to have you with us from Boca Raton, Florida for what ought to be an exciting matchup in the roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Arkansas State Red Wolves, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Red Wolves offense will get first crack at it here. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
And it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared.
And here comes the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. So Florida Atlantic's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable.
Turning it on! Got enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
To the ground. He's got it again. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
As a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Catch in the middle. It's Clapp. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Owls with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wide receiver. Caught behind the line. It's Messer. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spider.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Messer. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense.
Looking for the end zone. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal getting them tackled to the ground.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical here.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this.
Touchdown, Owls! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you got to have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Nice move to keep running. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards. They bring the punter onto the field now. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Gonna run it. It's Sands. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Platt. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Messer. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Gonna look downfield again. Got it in the middle. It's Platt. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Owls back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on first down. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the first down marker.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. And the Owls, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They march 72 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Cobb. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off-play action on first down. Got him downfield. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Back to pass, it's Rayner. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. And guys, Florida Atlantic has the edge. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So first down here as they go back to work. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Fires to the tight end. Good pick. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out route. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. The Owls want to move quickly.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Messer. Breaks into the open. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Wants to throw it. Complete in the middle. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He makes a grab. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. He'll take it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone. And they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Harrell. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They bring him down, but the big play will move. The punt team makes its way onto the field.
In punt formation to kick it away.
And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David, the offense. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm. Finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Complete out of the backfield. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. Offense changing the play. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Sands. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Owls can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Makes the grab outside. It's Terrell.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
To the air on first down. Finds the tight end. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
He's got it on the right. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Owls! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Harrell. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Cross. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Red Wolves in a good spot here with second and short. Off the play fake. And the timing just a hair off.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Cobb. At midfield, he's got room. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Catch in the middle, it's Platt. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Reese, talk about an edge of your seat type first half, or as they call it here, just another typical Boca Raton Bowl. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's head back to Reese and the fellas for the conclusion of the Boca Bowl.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Red Wolves will boot it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, he's just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree, and if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game and punctuating this season.
He now has 79 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. Got it behind the line. It's Sands. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on second down. The short hands, it's Platt. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Sands. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And the wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes that when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
And that should be enough to give Florida Atlantic the first down.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations. They give up the first down, and they better get ready because you can tell they're right back on the ball to run another play.
Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Sands. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. The Owls want to crank the tempo. I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Well, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's what quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now it's easier on the next down.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Terrell. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Pass interference. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Complete downfield. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Going to the run, it's Terrell. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Owls are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Grab near the marker is Platt. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. Wants to go up top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's third and goal from the 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Owls! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip into the secondary and make that big play.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harrell. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Steps away to find some room.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job.
And here comes the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. And it'll be down right there.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field. All the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you could tell they caught up with him and forced the fumble.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. He wants to change this route. Find some fresh air.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. That's caught. It's Platt. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to fourth down. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida Atlantic has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Little. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Makes a grab past the marker. There he goes. Touchdown, Red Wolves. A great catch and run for 6.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Rides to back and leaves it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense got it. They're on the run. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down. Safe little shovel pass. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Red Wolves can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The play action fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, I love being an edge player late in the ball game. You got the lead. You know it's a pass. They got to throw the football to get back in it. Flying off the edge. They can't block him. They can't stop him, and he gets the sack.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, it's Crawford. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down. That's exactly what they told us. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal. Quarterback making adjustments. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the right. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Motion from the back. Looking to pass. It's Crawford. It's complete to the left.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know, game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Motion from the wideout. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Red Wolves come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Red Wolves kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work.
Here we go.
They'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Spencer. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Wolves!
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
The Owls really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Breaks into the open. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. And they take it in for 6 more points. Beep, beep, beep. You know what that is? That's the garbage truck unloading the garbage time points right now.
And those garbage time points do count, though. And you're still playing the game, keep fighting, but it is that time when it's over and nobody's really paying attention. Nobody's listening to me or you, Reese, which is not necessarily a bad thing.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Looking to throw, it's Crawford. Got it in the middle, it's Little. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this all.
Deep shot for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Makes the grab. He's got a first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. And the Red Wolves line it up with a first and goal. Looking to throw. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He might want another play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it in stride inside the 20. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. From the red zone, looking for a man. He wants it all. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
And with that, the season comes to a close for these two teams. Another bowl game is all wrapped up, and we are finished as well. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, thanking our entire crew and thanking you for being with us for another presentation of EA Sports College Football. We'll see you next season.